So again, uh, latest news. What now, guys? Again, Corona started. Fourth wave. Yes, sir. Saying yes, sir, but nobody wearing mask. Nobody. All are updated, but nobody wear the mask. Huh? We knows everything, but we didn't wear mask. Be careful, guys. Already some cases are increases. Maybe the medical counseling also saying that there is a chances are there to come out fourth wave. Again, restrictions are started. Delhi, Mumbai people is there here. From Mumbai. Delhi, don't go here, Delhi. Stay here only. If you go Delhi means go to directly home only. Don't come outside. Mumbai, Maharashtra people is there. So Maharashtra people also. So today breaking news is what now? Already 12 states. 12 states. They started again the corona restrictions. Wearing mask mandatory, sanitization. Don't go in the groups. So again started. And this Wednesday, again, Prime Minister was conducting one meeting with all CMs of states. So again, they're giving some restrictions on corona. So be careful and don't go too much outside in Hyderabad. In Hyderabad also cases started, but Telangana government is not showing. Only the difference. Don't think that in Telangana there is no corona. So almost here what the problem is, these people are not showing correctly to media. That is a problem. But here also we have here. So that's a be careful. Next we start. Okay, right. So yesterday we started okay the pseudo columns, and in that one of pseudo column we discussed, that was what now, row ID, and we said when we insert a new row into table, okay, so internally Oracle server is generating a unique identification address to each row wise automatically, and whatever the unique identifications are generated here, so those are permanently saved, and that's why we called as it is a permanent IDs. Once it was generated, that ID cannot be changed. And a few examples we discussed how to see my row IDs, okay, on your table, okay. So, and we applied your min function as well as max functions also. So whenever you want to fetch the minimum row ID, so we're using min function. To fetch maximum row ID, to use a max function. So these are up to here. But sir, this row ID pseudo column, rare, listen it. Listen. So successfully we completed our syllabus 50%. If you cooperate now, immediately I will finish your batch and happily go to your home. Fourth work coming. So maximum we will try to finish our batch before fourth wave. After finishing offline class and online class, you can happily leave it. Yes or no? If you're talking now, I am also talking. If I am also talking now, this course will not go to forward. Okay? Fourth wave coming. All institutes are closed. Again, come to online classes. Who needed offline? So come here, fastly finish and support to us. Okay? But unnecessary, don't talk here. Okay? How much chances we have to finish as soon as possible. It means I'm not hurry-burry. Slowly, how I started, same way I started. Okay? But as of now, almost we covered. We came into 50%, remaining 50% is there. So wait for that 50% is okay now, right? Now observe here. And even though the corona, that means fourth wave is also expecting May end, June, July, it's a peak stage. As or no, they're expecting, but we don't know. The medical counseling people are saying like that. The May end or June first week, it will start at peak stage and it will be drop into August or September, it will be drop. So that's why maximum our batch also we finish May ending or June before. So that's a better. Okay. Otherwise July ending बैठेंगे यहाँ पर बैठेंगे June July तक no na okay, right. So now we can see guys row IDs. Okay, by using of row ID I can see my row address. Okay, whatever the row address was created by your Oracle, so that address I can see it up. Okay, and even though from your min or max functions through, we can find out or we can retrieval your row IDs. Okay, na? So that was. But this row ID pseudo column, where it will be useful for us. Okay, when I want to use this means there is one situation we called, okay, that is called as here. So how to delete, okay, multiple duplicate rows, okay, except one duplicate row, except one duplicate row from a table. Okay, na? From a table. Okay, na? This row ID pseudo column, it will very help us. When it was help us means, so we need to delete multiple duplicate rows except one duplicate row from a table. Okay, so that means, for example, in your table, there are 1 lakh, 5 lakhs rows are there. Okay, out of 5 lakhs rows, I don't know how many rows are duplicates, but whatever it may be, okay, how many are there, I don't mind, but out of 5 lakhs rows, there are 1 lakh rows are there duplicates, for example. So those 1 lakh rows or 1 lakh duplicate rows, I want to delete from the table at a time. Okay, na? So in that kind of situations, row ID is very, very help us. And it is one of the important question for your interviews also. Okay, they're asking how to delete multiple duplicate rows from your table. So in the small query, we can finish your work. Okay, so what is that? Here observe. So this is my requirement about your row ID. Okay, so where we want to use. Let me see guys here. The first of all, we will create one sample table. Okay, now let me see. I'm creating one sample table. The table name is test and few columns I'm taking here. So varchar 2 of some size. And after that, let you see, I'm going to insert here few records into the test table. Okay. So now I'm passing here am percentage of serial number, am percentage of name. Okay, right. So now I'm sending now few records. Okay, let me see. Okay, so I just made it commit. to permanently save this data and come back to your test table. Yes. So this is my test table. And in test table, can you see guys here, 10A, 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 3 times it is repeated here. And 20, there is no duplicates on 20B. It's a unique data. So I don't want to disturb this. Okay. And next we have here 30 and C. So here also having duplicates. And 40D, 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 here also repeated your duplicate data. And next 50E also there. So now here, there are so many duplicates. I'm not saying only one type of duplicate. Here, different types of duplicates are there. 10A, 20, 30C, 40D, 50E, like so many are there. So in these many duplicate rows, whatever it was there, I want to delete what now? Multiple duplicate rows except one. Okay, so for example, 10A, 10A, 10A. These are what now? 3 duplicates are there. Out of 3 duplicates, how many I want to delete? 2 I want to delete and 1 I want to keep in my table. Okay. So like this, wherever the duplicates like this, so we need to delete all duplicates and keep 1 row in your table. Okay. In that cases, how we can? For example, if I'm using a normal query, delete from test. So where serial number is equals to 10. Suppose if I applied this query. So if I was applied this query, what it was happen? Come on, what it was happen? Serial number 10 means 10 serial numbers. How many rows are there? 3 rows. The 3 rows are going to be deleted. But my requirement is what now? I want to delete only duplicates. Okay. I want to delete only duplicates. Okay. But if I'm using this condition, as per this condition, what it was happen, all rows are deleted from your table. So that is not my way. Okay. And next one is what now? For example, second column I'm taking. Name is equals to AA. What's happened again? Again, same problem. All are deleted, but not duplicates. Yes or no? All are deleted. But we don't want to do all. We want to delete only duplicates. So directly we can't do this work. Understand now? So directly we can't do it this work. So then what we want to do, sir, means yes, here we need to write a subquery, and along with subquery we need to use some row ID pseudo column. So first what I want to do. So first I will show you guys here the row ID I'm showing to you. Okay, on serial number, comma, name from what is the table here? Test. And yesterday I said to you, whenever you want to inserting a record or a new row into your table, then internally automatically some row IDs are generated. So now, just now we created this table. Yes or no? It's one of new table that we created now. And after created this table, we are inserting some data here. So you are inserting your data lively. Yes or no? After inserted, what happened? That all rows are going to be saved under database table. And now we can see if each and every row, you can see the row IDs are generated. Can you identify? Yes. So your A, B, C for your test. Okay. 10, 10, 10. Like a D for your 20. Like a E, F 30. G, H, I 40. J, K 50. So row IDs are already generated here. So now what I want to do, with the help of this row ID, I want to delete my duplicates. Then what I want to do, first of all, from each group of data, I want to take my highest row ID I want to fetch. It means that from each group, for example, this is 10th group. This is 20th group. This is 30th group. This is 40th group. And this is 5th one. So now can you see? In my 10th group, what is the highest ID? C. So C is my highest ID here. So I want to take a C. In 20, what is your highest? D. Because it's only one record. So that is only minimum and that is only maximum. Okay. So from this, I will take my ID is what now? D. Next, 30. What is the maximum row ID? 30. Yes. I want to take here F. F is my maximum row ID. Now 40. I. So high is my, okay, maximum row ID. And in the 50, K is maximum row ID. So these are what now, sir? Means these are maximum row IDs of each group of data. Understand now? First, I want to fetch that one. And now tell me, from each group, if I want to fetch my maximum row ID, what is your class here? Which class I want to use? Group by. Yes or no? See, one blind request here. What is a blind request for a grouping level? If you want to do some operations on group of data, first priority is what now? Group by. So immediately you have to blink that. Okay, grouping, group by. Condition, where class. Like a blink it, sorting, order by class. That you have to blink it up. Okay, then very easy for you. Now I want to, from each group, I want to take what now? Maximum row IDs. So these are the maximum row IDs from each group. Let me see how to write now. How to write here? Select max of row ID. Okay, now from which table? Test table. What I want to use? Group by serial number column. Then you can see AD. D is nothing but what now? 20. It's a 20 maximum row ID D. Okay, K, AK. AK is a maximum row ID of 50. AC. AC is a maximum row ID of 10. AF. AF is a maximum row ID of 30. AI. AI is maximum row ID of 40. So from each group, I was taken here maximum row IDs. So how many here numbers? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Total 5 and 5 maximum row IDs. Okay now? Now, so then after what I want to do, except this maximum row IDs, rows, remaining rows I want to delete. Understand now? Except which one? Maximum row ID rows. Except maximum row ID rows, remaining rows should be deleted. Understand now? So that means except these, remaining delete. Okay, that means what happened? You can see except C. Okay, except C, A, B, delete. So in B, okay, in B level, D only one there, I just keep. In 30C, except maximum, remaining deleted. Okay, and in 40, except maximum, remaining I want to delete. And in 50, except maximum, remaining I want to delete. Then finally, what it is left? 10 is left, 110 is left, 120 is left, 130 is left, 140 is left, and 150 is left. So that means your answer is got it? Yes or no? Yes. So here only 110 left, only 120 left, here only 130 left, here only 140 left, here only 150 left. So all duplicates are deleted and I was maintain unique data. Clear na? This is what it was happened. Okay, fine, sir. Let me come out. So I'm passing delete from the table test. Where? Which column basis? Row ID basis. Because your row ID already there. Yes or no? Row ID basis. Where row ID, okay, not in. Not in operator means what? In means in the list value deleted. Not in means except list value remainings are deleted. Okay. So not in of. What is inner query? Select max of row ID from test table group by, what is that? Serial number. Okay now. So already first inner query is executed. We all of you know. Okay, it is a non-correlated subquery. So this is inner query. Inner query already be written. Yes or no? And inner query result is what now? This one. So that means in the bracket, what it was left in this query result, what is left here? Now we can see. What is left? First one is what now? AD. Next one is what now? AK. Next one is what now? AC. Next one is what now? AF. Next one is what now? AI. So these are the row IDs. So here what happened here? Not in. So now we can read delete from test where row ID not in the list. Not in the list. Now see, which row IDs are not in the list, which row IDs are not in the list, those IDs are deleted. Understand now? So that means here except these row IDs, remaining row IDs are deleted. Yes or no? Yes. And now we can see, I'm just going to execute this one. Yes, my 6 rows are deleted. After deleted your 6 rows, can you come back and see your table? The table name is what? Test. And now see, all duplicates are deleted successfully and kept into only unique data. And now we can see, suppose these row IDs what, sir? If you see these row IDs, so you can see row ID, serial number and name from the table is what? Test table. And now we can see AC is a maximum. Yes or no? AC is there na? Yes, maximum. Next AD 20. AD is there. Next AF. So AF is also there in the maximum. Next AI. AI is also there in the maximum. Next AK. AK is also there in the maximum. So except maximum row IDs, remaining row IDs are deleted. And finally you achieved your unique data and all duplicates are deleted here. Okay. So in that case, first to deleting multiple duplicate rows from your table. So your table having 1 lakh rows or 10 rows or 2 lakhs or 5 lakhs, it's none of the matter. But how many rows are there? How many duplicate rows are there in the table? All duplicate rows are automatically deleted. And with the help of which column? Row ID pseudo column. Understand now? So this is the purpose of your row ID. And only this query you can write, because I already given in my documentation, it's a clear diagram and everything I was given. But here just running notes, take only what we can say, query. Okay, right. And the next one is, come on. This is what we called as one of pseudo column, the row ID purpose. And the next one we can take second one, row num. Okay, now this column, okay, what we can see that by using of row num means, a row num is what it was going to do, guys, to generate, okay, row numbers, okay, to each row wise, and okay, otherwise or else to each group of rows wise, okay, automatically. But these row numbers, okay, are not saved or not saved in database, so that these are temporary or permanent. Temporary. Okay, temporary numbers. Okay, right. So how it is temporary? Let me see practically. Is it right or wrong? Let me come back. Suppose you have your table. So our working table, EMP. So we have already 14 rows we have in this. So then each row wise and also even the group of rows wise also, your numbers are generated here. So for example, if I want to show like row num, okay, and some e name from EMP table. Can you see guys here, for each and every row wise, the row numbers are generated here. Can you see? How many numbers? 14 rows we have in the table. So 14 row numbers are generated. That's fine. But whatever the row numbers are generated here, these row numbers are, what I said, not a permanent, because these numbers are not saved into databases. Okay. How you know, sir? So then you have to write like this. If you want to see whether these are temporary or permanent, suppose you have a doubt, then you just write one more query. Okay, so EMP var, so DPT number is equals to 10. Now you can see carefully. Here in my first example result, your clerk was showing the row number how much here? 7. But now clerk is showing row number 1. Is it permanent or temporary? Temporary. So now King was showing here the row number is 9, but here it was showing 2. And Jones here 14, and here it was showing 3. So that means what you understand here? Row numbers are not a permanent. So based on your query, your row numbers will be changed. See, when I was written this query, okay, then my row numbers are like this. When I was written this query, then my row numbers are like this. So it's a depends on your query, the query request, your row numbers will be changed. So that's why it is called as what now? Temporary. It doesn't save. Okay now? Right. So now here observe. These are the row num values, how it was generating and how we can see it. Right down below. Okay, right. But okay, this row num, okay, so where you want to use this row num pseudo column? So like row ID, where we are using mostly to deleting multiple duplicate rows. In that situation, row ID will be useful. And same like this, where I want to use a row num. Okay, if anybody asks you, then you have to tell them. So row num we are going to be using for guys here. Okay, so to do Okay, nth or else top n. Okay, operations. Okay, by using of row num we can do which kind of operations here? Nth or top n operations on table. Okay, for this purpose row num is useful for you to perform or to do nth or top n operations. Nth or top n operations. So whenever you want to do, there we require or we are using what now? Row num. Okay, some examples we will see on this both combination nth or top n. The both combination we can see. Right, first example. Write a query to fetch the first row okay, from EMP table by using row num. Write a query to fetch the first row from EMP table by using row num. Okay, now? So now I wanted here my first row I wanted. Okay, so my first row I wanted. Let me see. For example, I just call it now. Select a star from EMP table. In this EMP table, which row I need to fetch here? First row. This first row I need to fetch. So first row we need to fetch. That means my requirement is what now? To get my first position row from the table. By using which column I said? Row num column. Okay, then how we can write here? So let me see. Select star from EMP where row num is equals to 1. So your n value, what is the n value here? 1. So now simple query. Select a star from EMP where row num is equals to 1. See here, I said row num is a pseudo column, but it will be working like a table columns. Same like this now? Yes or no? So how we are using columns in my where class condition? How I'm using columns in my select a star? Yes or no? Same as your row num also. So it's like a column, and column is equals to 1, and your 1 means your which row do you want to select? Which row I'm selecting? First row. So from there your row num started here. From there your row num started here. So row num starts with 1. So that means what happened? I wanted my Smith row. So this row number starts with 1, and this is 2, and this is 3, and this is 4. Like how many here? 14 rows are generated. So in this my row number is how much here? 1. So the 1 I'm writing in my condition. So row num is equals to 1. So okay sir, fine. Okay, now I executed here. My first row I fetching from my table. Okay, now that's fine. Write down below. Okay, so here it's very simple, and first row position we taken by using of row num pseudo column. That's okay. My next question, okay, I wanted here the question number 2, second row I want it now. Can you write now? Write down. Write query, write down second row how to fetch by using row num. Write down. Okay. So how to write here? Row num is equals to 2. Okay. Let me see. Here carefully observe. Your selected row. Which position row do you want to select? Second position. So that means my selected row is second row. Okay now? So now I was used here row num is equals to 2. Then what happened you can see. So now I'm using this and what it was say? No rows. But tell me guys here in my table second row is there or not there? There. But I'm using row num is equals to 2 but showing what it is. There is no rows in your table. Okay now? Then here the problem is what sir? Why? Why when I'm using row num is equals to 1 successfully fetching your first row. But when the same thing when I do it here the row num is equals to 2 then what happened guys here? It was showing no rows are selected. Then what is the reason behind this? Means here observe. Here carefully observe. See guys, carefully focus on this. Okay. Now in the first case, first example, your selected row is first row. That means my row num is starts with 1 for every selected row from your table. So I'm selecting my first row and row num is also starts from first row. Then it's generating what now? 1. Okay now 1, 2, 3, 4 it was generated. But now I'm asking, what I'm asking here now, I wanted which row I wanted here? Second row I'm asking here. That means user selected row is second row. So which row are you selected? From there only your row num will start. So careful observe my statement. What I'm telling here, which position row user want to select, from that position your row num will start. My statement clear now? So here row num. So that means my row num starts from here itself. That means this is 1 now. This is 1 now. And next remaining what now? 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 13. Understand now? So that is what. Suppose sir, I want to select, okay, fifth row or sixth row I want to select. I want to fetch which position row? Sixth row by using row num. Then what I'm saying here, then which row you selected, from that row your row nums are started. So row num here what now? Here it will be taken 1 again. From here onwards counting 1. Okay, this is what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and now the number 9. Understand now? Suppose are you selected? Okay. King. King is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th row actually. King is a 9th row. Suppose if you want it 9th row, you need to fetch by using of row num pseudo column. Then here itself what it is started? 1. Here started 1. And remaining 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay now. So my point is clear all of you? From which row are you selected? Which row are you selected? From that row, your row num is starts with the 1 only. So that's why what the people will say here, okay, what it will say here, row num, okay, row num is always starts with 1 for each or for every selected row from a table. Okay, this point should be keep it. Okay. So row num is always starts with 1 for every selected row from a table. Okay, now? Right. So now here actually the problem is this one. So that's why what it was happen, which row are you asking here? Second row. Second row I'm asking. It means that my row num is what now? 1 here. But I'm giving how much here? 2. So it is not satisfied your condition. So your row num is showing 1 on your second row. But you're asking row num is equals to 2. So matching or not matching? Not matching. That's why it's saying that there is no row in the position of 2. Row number 2. Okay, na? So that is a problem. So to overcome this problem, what we want to do, sir? Now write down. To overcome this problem, we use the following operators. The following operators are here 2 operators are there. Less than, comma, less than or equals to. So in this any one operator, okay, you can use less than or equals to overcome this. Row num is always starts with 1. The problem can be we overcome it. Okay, now? Now let me see. For your solution of this query, carefully observe. Okay, if I'm writing now, okay, sir, row num less than 2 if I'm giving, for example. If I'm giving row num less than 2, okay, your row num starts with what now here? 1. This is 1. Okay, starting row 1. Second, 2 and 3. Okay, suppose if I'm using row num less than 2 if I'm giving. So row num less than 2 if I'm giving, then this condition will be checked now. Your row num is what now? First row 1. So now you can check it here. So 1 less than 2. Condition true or false? Condition true. True means my first row will come. Second one is what now? So row num less than 2, but your row num starts with 1. Okay, 2 and 3, 4 like this. Okay, row num 1. So your condition 1 less than 2. 1 less than 2 condition is true. The true value will be taken out. Second row number is what now? 2. So 2 less than 2. 2 less than 2 condition true or false? False. That means again my problem is what now? When I'm using less than 2, again it will showing only first row only showing. Again which row is come? Again first row as per the condition checking. Okay, sir, less than is not happen. Now let me see. If I'm using less than or equals to 2. If I'm using less than or equals to 2. Less than or equals to 2 means, now carefully observe. If I'm giving less than or is equals to 2 means, again your row num starts with first row how much? 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. And here compare here row number 1. 1 less than or equals to 2. Condition? Condition? True. So this will come. Next one is what now? 2. 2 less than or equals to 2. Condition? True. So this one will come. And next one is what now? 3 less than or equals to 2. Condition? False. But your problem is what now? Top 2 rows are coming to me. Yes or no? How many rows come? Top 2 rows come. So that we see. So again, if I was given less than 2, top 2 rows are come to me. But I wanted which position exactly? Second position. What I want to do? Any logic is there? Two? 2 minus 1. Can I do? 2 minus 1 is equals to 1. Can I do that? Let me try this. Suppose if I'm giving here row num less than or equals to 2 means how many rows came? 2 rows came. Okay. Then after I'm using which operator? Minus. Now I want to say here row num is equals to 1. Can I say? Then 2 minus 1. Here carefully observe. All of you know minus operator? Sure? What is minus operator? Already we discussed now, early classes. In mathematics, tell me, minus what it will return? Do you have a notes? Once check out notes. Refer your set operators. If you have a notes, refer. If you have a notes, refer all of you. Go to set operators. Union operator means combining all values. Intersect means common values. Minus means unique values. Uncommon values. Uncommon values from which set? Left set or right set? Right set. Left set. Okay. Which set? Left set. Now we can see. Here careful observe. This is my left side query. Okay. This is my right query. Right side. So left query execution after. What is my result? What is my result? Left query. Smith and Allen. Okay. Left set return. The values are Smith and Allen. Okay na? This is left set. So minus. Come to right set. Right set what I given? R is equals, row num is equals to 1. 1 means which record will come? Smith. So here will come Smith. This is right set. Now, if I apply on these two sets of values, if I apply intersect, what is my answer? Intersect. What is my answer? Common character. What is the common here? Yes. That means Smith will come. Yes or no? But what I am applying here? Minus. Minus means what I said? Uncommon values will return from left set. Left set uncommon value is what? A. Understand na? So A will be written for us. Let you see. So now we can see your second row successfully be fetching a yes or no? Yes. Right down below. So set up. That's why basics are very important, guys. If you're not remember basics na, you can't do your query operations. That's why first we discuss all basics in our introduction classes. Okay na? Okay. Same like this. One more example I will give to you. Then you just tell me how to write as per this logic. Okay. My next one is 9th row. I want it, guys. Which position I want to fetch? 9th position. Now tell me how to write now. This is left query. This is right query. Between I'm using minus. So which position you want it? 9th position. That means here my table. Come back here my table. Okay. Here first row, second, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9th position, who is this? King is there. So that means if I want to write like this, select a star from EMP where row num less than or equals to 9. Less than or equals to 9, if I'm giving, what happened? Top 9 rows are displayed. See, displayed? Yes or no? Top 9 rows, we got it. Okay, sir. This is left query. I keep somewhere. Yes or no? Right side. Select star from EMP where row num less than or equals to 8. Simple logic na. 9 minus 8. Remaining what? 1. Now you can see less than 8. So 8 top 8 rows are came. So first query top 9 rows came. Second query top 8 rows came. And now in this common, what is a common? Smith, Allen, Ward, Jones, Martin, Blake, Clark, Scott. Up to here, this is called a common data. This is called a common data. Common data means what? Intersect. If I apply intersect, how many rows will come? 8 rows will come. That is called intersect. Which is uncommon here? King. King is there in the right side? No. King is having only left side. So the king is the record which is uncommon value from left side. So your answer is came now. Then how to write this two combination? Come on. 9. Come on. Minus. What is that? 8. Okay, fine. To get it now. Yes. King came the 9th position row. Right down below. Okay now? Let me come one more example. Now you just tell me. I want it now this time. I need to fetch. Okay? Fetch from third row to fetch from third position row to 9th row. Okay? From EMP table by using row num. Now I want it. From which row? Third row to 9th row. Now tell me how to write here. Come on, condition is what? First individual queries write down, yeah. Single queries write down. Come on. First, select star from EMP where row num less than or equals to 9. Sure. Okay, 9. Then top 9 came. Okay. From this top 9, from where I wanted here, third position. Third means who is this? Word. So third position to 9th position. That means word to king. 9th position king now. Now which one I want to minus 2 now? Which is minus 2? Smith and Allen. This 2 I want to remove. Yes or no? Minus. If you do minus the first 2 rows, remaining rows will come to me. Now right. Okay. So now minus 2. First 2 rows I wanted. What do you want to do? Less than or equals to 2. Let me come out and execute now. Got it? Smith, Allen. Yes, Smith, Allen. These are what? Common values. You wanted common values or uncommon values? Uncommon values. So Smith, Allen, cancel. I removed from that. So remaining what is there? Word. Word is which position? Third position. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay now? Now finally how to write now? Come on. 9 minus how much? 2. Even though you can write less than 3 also. Okay now? There is nothing problem. Now 2. So now I just execute. Then third position to 9th position rows we are fetching. Next one. Try with next example. So I want to fetch first row and last row from EMP table. Okay. So first row and last row from EMP table by using row num. Okay, question understand now? Which positions you wanted? First position, last position. Come back and see. Suppose you have a table here. The table is having how many rows here? 14 rows. So that means what I want to say? Row num is equals to 1. Yes or no? And row num is equals to 14. So I can directly write now? Yes or no? So now here, so this is first row na, first to last row. This concept, this query we will keep it here because in the next level it will come. My question is, write down. Fetch last 2 rows. Fetch here, last 2 rows. This question you just keep it, give a small space and later I will explain. First you have to see this. Write a query to fetch, what is here? Last 2 rows. Last 2 rows I wanted. Okay, last 2 rows. Now come to here. So come out and see your table. The total how many rows we have here? 14. But I wanted last 2 rows. Who is that last 2 rows? Fraud and Jones. Okay, let me come. How to write now? First of all, row num less than or equals to 14. Row num less than or equals to 14 minus, what do you say? Minus row num less than or equals to 12. So 14 minus 12 and I got it here, last 2 rows. Okay, now this is one scenario. But tell me guys here, this scenario when we can write, when we knows how many number of rows are there in the table. Yes or no? If you knows number of rows in your table, then I can directly write like this. But my question is, suppose you don't know. It's also very, very important question for your interview. I don't know how many number of rows are there in my table, but find out last 2 rows. Any logic? Think. This is when I knows, then I can write like this. When I knows, I can write like this. If I don't know number of rows in my table, just think about last 2 rows, but I don't know how many rows are there in my table. So first, for example, let you see, select a star from EMP if I did. What's happened? All rows are coming up. Suppose your table is having 100 rows. 100 rows will come 1 lakh rows, 2 lakhs rows, 5 lakhs rows. All are coming. Yes or no? Okay, sir, all are coming. So keep it left side. Okay. Now right side. From this 100 rows, how many I want to do minus? If you wanted last 2 rows here, then 100 minus 98. Use करना थोड़ा brain को, आएगा और आगे वेरी हाई कॉन्सेप्ट्स आएगा. अब से यूज करो, ट्राई करो. So last 2 rows I want it now. Suppose your table is having 100 rows. Think about 100 minus 98 is equals to last 2 rows will come now. Now you can think. So this is select star from means I don't know how many rows are there, but all are come to us. Now right side query. How to write right side query? Can I write like this? Select count of star. Count of star means all are counting. Let me see. Again, I will show here because you will confuse. Okay. What is that? 14 rows. If 100 means 1 lakh means 1 lakh. Minus 1 lakh minus. So 99,000 something will come. Now you can write select count of star minus 2. Minus 2 na? So minus 2 from EMP. 14 minus 2. How much? 12. 14 minus 2? 12. 14 minus 12? 2. Now can I write like this now? Select star from EMP. It's which side? Left side. Minus. Okay, I'm writing below because query will be big query. Minus of left side. What is the left side? Select count of but count of sir we can't directly write now. Select star from EMP where what? Row num is equals to how much I want to keep here? 12. I want to keep 12 now. 12 how to got it? Select count of star minus how much? 2 from EMP. Now you can see. If you see when I'm executing the left query, how many rows will come? 14 rows will come. If I executed my right query, how many rows will come? 12 rows come. In between which operator? Minus operator. 14 minus 12 is equals to how many? 2. That means 1 to 12, this is called a matching data. Yes or no? Matching data. Remaining here 12, remaining how many left here? 2 rows are left. This is called a unmatching data. That unmatching data we are retrieval. So top 12, what? Matchings. Last 2 unmatchings. Clear na? Now I want to execute this. So what happened here? See what it was happened guys here. Minus 12 the count of star here minus okay here what now? Equal we are using. That's we have to check out. So let me say here minus. Okay. The next one is what now? Here less than or equals to na? Yes or no? Let me find out. So select count of a star minus 2 from EMP. Okay. The last 2 rows is came. Because previously what I'm using here? Equal I'm using. That's why it is not came out. So now we can see. Now what happened? This is 12 and this is 14 and less than or equals to 12. So top 12 matching and last 2 rows are unmatching. This is when we can write when we don't know number of rows. Now suppose for example your table is having suppose 100 rows. Okay. Then what happened guys here? 100 minus 2. That means what? 98. Then 100 minus 98. How many? 2. Okay, ma? Suppose your table is having a 1000 rows. Okay. So 1000 minus 2. Then 998. So 1000 minus 998. How many? Last 2. Okay, ma? Yes. Suppose you have a 10,000 rows. Then one more adder. Yes. Again, last 2 rows. So like this, now what happened? In your table, either 5 rows are there or 10 rows are there or 100 rows are there or 1 lakh rows are there or 5 lakh rows are there. I don't mind it here. Okay, but as per this logic, the last two rows at any cost you will be get it. Understand now? Now write down below. The two examples right now. One is knowing example. If you know how many rows are there in the table, then that you have to take. This is one way. Okay, right. So like this, in the next examples, okay, now write a query to fetch the top three rows, okay, the top three rows, okay, from EMP table by using row num. Okay, so now you got some idea now how to fetching top three rows. So row num less than or equals to 3. In the same to same, next example. Suppose you want it top 10 rows. Then what do you want to say? Row num less than or equals to 10. So these are, okay, top n operations and nth operations. Okay, right. So these are row num. Okay, now, so after this statement, if I want to implement here, we need that. Okay, now we can take inline view subquery. Now take siding, and with the help of inline view, I will show you this how to fetching first and last. And now we can take siding inline view. Okay, right. First definition, observe guys. Careful observe. It is also very important for you interviews. Now see, suppose your definition what it is here. Don't write, first observe. Providing a select query in place of, okay, in place of table name in select statement. In place of table name in my select statement. So you carefully observe. Providing a select query. You carefully observe. Providing a select query in place of what? Table name in, again, select query only. Okay, na? It means, for example, let me see the syntax I'm showing now, the inline view syntax. First, a normal select query syntax I will show you. Select a star from, what is here? Table name. This is select command. Yes or no? Yes or no? This is your normal select command. Okay, fine, sir. In this normal select statement, again, what I want to provide here? One more select query. So one more select query I want to provide in place of what? Table name. So that means this is my table name now. In place of this table name, in place of this table name, yes, I am providing what? Select query. Yes, this is called as a inline view syntax. Syntax is understand ना? Yes or no? अरे मैंने कुछ नहीं किया यार, इन प्लेस ऑफ टेबल नेम पे और एक सेलेक्ट क्वेरी मार दिया उसके ऊपर. Syntax clear na? Now you are observed. Now you are observed. So now you can treat like this. This is inner query. This is outer query. Same like subquery statement. This is your outer. This is your inner. Inline view, what it was happen? Inner query, that means the result of inner query will act as a table for outer query. Understand na? Suppose what I said here, non-correlated subqueries, first which query is executed? Inner query. Now this is my inner query. This inner query first executed. After executing this inner query, it returns some values now. It returns some output now. Yes. And that output will act as a what? Table. For what? Outer query. So this point is very important to keep it up. So what it was say in this inline view, the result of inner query, the result of inner query will act as a table. Will act as a table for what? For outer query. For outer query. So this is inline view working nature. How it was working means every inner query result will be acting as a table for outer query statement. Okay, write down below first. Okay, right. So inline view definition and working statement and syntax. So these 3 points, keep it here. And I don't want to give much explanation because you will confuse again. With practical example, I will show it. Okay. So definition is what now? This is working and syntax. Today this 3 enough. बहुत हो गया है. पूरा mind कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा sir. So I stop it here and we'll continue the practical examples on inline view. Okay. Right. Right guys. Thank you. Thank you so much.